Psych, we're going to New York this time, and it won't be just a normal show about the Empire State Building or Statue of Liberty. We're meeting the people of New York in this segment called Detroit Goes to New York. Whether you're underground or above, the Big Apple didn't catch its nickname for nothing. So we found a familiar face from Detroit to show us the way, along with getting to know her journey from the Detroit scene to a rushing scene.
My name is Dia. I'm 25 years old.
You make the big move as far as like kind of branching off from the always been Detroit city girl?
I asked to move here for a job. I worked for a startup fashion PR firm. So I moved here for that, and as well as just trying to grow as a person. I've been in Michigan my entire life, so just to get out, branch out, and be on my own. Of course, I mean, I came here pretty much by myself. I came with my suitcase, I got the job, moved here 2 weeks later by myself. I had a couple of friends here. Other than that, it was just myself. So basically, I took what I learned from my parents and from school and from my friends and brought it with me.
And while Dia packs her life lessons in her suitcase, we later got to meet up and kick back with some of her native Big Apple friends, who keeps theirs within the seams of their back pockets.
So I'm from Brooklyn, born and raised. You know, you hear a lot of things about creativity spurning from Brooklyn, and it's really true. I'm from this place called Bensonhurst. Not many people know about it, but it's between like Bay Ridge and Coney Island, and people there are just so real.
New York means a place where dreams are made of. I know it sounds kind of cliche, but it really is. It's the melting pot of the world. You have different types of people, all walks of life, and I really feel like if you can make it in New York, no matter what struggles or circumstances, like you can make it anywhere.
Like everyone from everywhere comes, and for some odd reason it just works and everyone joins correctly. Like, but everyone has something to bring to the table from where they are.
Whatever you do in your life, just be true to yourself, because you'll have so many fake people lying to you. You'll have so many people that are so close to you lie to you. You'll have situations that feel like they're being, you know, like in front of you and it's so close, but it may just be a, you know, an illusion. You gotta be real with yourself, and I think you gotta like understand that all these times when you got this pressure and you think you can't do it, switch it. Tell yourself that you can do it, and you will make it. I think it all comes from that positivity, and it's so easy to be negative, but the second you say, I can do this, you do it.
Going to New York was definitely a runway almost. It's like you had to know what to wear. Fashion was it at the time that I was growing up. It's like if you didn't have the latest anything, you were definitely a target. There's a Benjamin Button quote that I love so much. It's, we're all going the same place, but there's different ways to get there. Well, we're taking different routes to get there.
Change the coloring. It's okay.
Thank you.
A fun little statement or like a quote that I like? Lo que será, será. What will be, will be.
The people of New York are full of life, day or night, and clearly New Yorkers are similarly resilient and eccentric to Detroiters. Speaking of Detroiters, everyone has a reason for visiting New York. Catching up with Dia's little sister, we also found she had a few of her own.
So would New York be your city of dreams, as everybody has called it?
I think so. It's just so much opportunity here. Like, people come here and really thrive, really make it, and it's just from like since I was little, like, you know, just watching the TV shows and watching the movies, like I just really think, and I still think that New York is a place where I could really be myself and really grow and make it.
So why do you like to come to New York?
Well, since I was young, I've always been like in love with New York. I wanted to go to school here, and I still do for grad school. My sister lives here, and I have friends from Howard that live here. It's just a really fun city, and I love getting away from home and coming.
So you said grad school. What school?
I want to get my MBA from either New York University or Columbia University. It's like my lifelong dream, so hopefully I'll get there. be able to come back to NYC.
And being in NYC will suit Imara well, especially when she has such great friends that back her up with what they've learned from their city.
I mean, it's not hard because I grew up in New York, but for someone that is not from New York or from the city, they're not gonna know how to understand or cope with the living conditions here. Like going to DC, it's very slow. Like I'm used to everything being fast paced. I'm always in a rush. In DC, everybody's moving as if like they don't have somewhere to be. In New York, like you constantly bump shoulders with somebody on the train. You constantly have to like time yourself. Like it's not the same.
I feel like after like going through a year of college, I feel like people from New York are significantly different from people in other places in the United States. I'm not gonna even lie. Like I feel like we have a certain mentality, and it builds you to be, I don't want to say cocky, but like most people from New York are very confident in themselves.
I know how to get around. I'm independent. I'm not really like I know how to live on my own and survive in a city, basically.
I go to Harlem University.
And what do you study?
Political science.
So do you feel like anything that New York has taught you has helped you survive in DC? Any like one aspect?
Yeah, it's taught me how to be mature and an adult from a very young age.
Say to like viewers, as far as like something inspirational or like something that's unique to you, what would you want to say to them?
I would say that like to be more adventurous, because with me, I'm not a person that doesn't like change. So if you're like me, I think that you should broaden your horizon and open up and be more well-rounded instead of like sticking to one thing.
Be yourself all the time. Like be like, honestly, like it's cliche, it's extremely cliche, but like being yourself really, it's what life is. Like you're put on earth as an individual to be that individual, not to be what someone else wants you to be or what your parents want you to be. You're here to be you, so do that.
Do you want to go to Detroit?
Yeah, I want to see Big Sean. Live with no regrets.
I certainly have no regrets in meeting these New York personalities, especially when they have such good taste in picking friends from Detroit.
Staying here probably made you grow up a little bit more?
Oh, definitely. I definitely took what I learned from my parents and my family and the city that I'm from and used those values when I came here, which helped me a lot, I think. I think that being here made me grow up a lot. Like I said, I had to be really aggressive and work hard because you can get stumped on really quickly here. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Everyone's here for a reason. Everyone's here to work. Everyone's here to fight. Everyone's here to survive. So definitely what I've learned growing up from Detroit definitely helped me here. It's the secret of life is to have no fear, and I'm trying to work on that every day. It's actually a quote from my pastor, Reverend Anthony, back at home in Detroit. But I love that quote. I always remind myself when I'm scared or when I'm hurt or nervous or feeling down, just to always remember that no matter what you do, to be fearless, to work hard, and to just be true to yourself.
Well, there you have it. Detroit went to New York and saw its wonders. The wonderful people that make up New York, their lives. Detroit and New York create strong, adventurous people. But I would say the biggest difference is Detroit is what you make it. And New York, well, New York makes you.
So actually I moved from Brooklyn. I was there for 3 years. I lived in Bed-Stuy. I moved up to Harlem, which is in Upper Manhattan, a couple of weeks ago, and it's a really big difference for me, but I love it here. A lot of places in both Harlem and Brooklyn have brownstones, which I've been here for years. So they're very distinct to the community, so I love it. And I live on the top floor. So this is my apartment. And we're on the top floor, like I said. It's actually a 1-bedroom, but we converted it into a 2-bedroom, which is very common in Manhattan because since rent is so high, people tend to convert 1 bedrooms to bedrooms so they can save on money and live in a more desirable place. But here is my kitchen. actually have a washer and dryer, which is very luxury. In New York, you don't see that very often. Definitely helps out a lot. This is my bathroom. So very cute and spacious. And this is actually my room, which used to be a living room, but because we converted it, I put a little curtain up. People tend to put up they tend to put up walls or temporary doors when they're converting to 2-bedroom. Okay. To have a little more privacy. Yeah, this is my room, very spacious and homey. I like the brick accent, which is very, like I said, distinct to a lot of places in the brownstones in Harlem. But I had to make it my own. So that was my apartment. Thanks for visiting. I'm actually going home to Detroit on Wednesday. I'm so excited. I've been really homesick. So I love Detroit and I always will.